Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of CueSports International, we'd like to welcome you back here to the 39th BCAPL League National 8-Ball Championships. Ken along with Jay, my buddy, right next door to me here. And what we've got in front of you right now is the Junior 9-Ball Challenge. Not sure if this is a semifinal.
Yeah, this is a loser bracket final. The winner plays that little 8-year-old kid, Lazaro Martinez, in the finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that little Lazaro, he only has to race the 3 games. Let me explain to you how this works in the junior division. The length of your particular race, how many games you have to win, is based on your age. And both of these fellows are 14 or 15 years old. Actually, Shane Wolford at the table right now is 15. And his opponent, Ricky Evans, who we saw yesterday, is 14. And because of their age bracket, they each will go to 5 games. So this is a race to 5.
Right.
But as Jay mentioned, look at that kick for rail first there. That was pretty strong.
Oh, this kid can play. Don't worry.
Yeah. But when the winner goes to the finals to play Lazaro Martinez, Lazaro is 8 years old, and he will only have to go to 3 games.
That's correct. So Lazaro's in the hot seat, waiting for the winner of this match.
Right.
I like the way this guy plays, I'll tell you. I wouldn't want to have to play him some 9-ball.
Another stylish left-hander. All left-handers look good when they play pool.
They do.
Don't
Why
they?
is that? Why is that?
That's a secret, Jay. Only us southpaws know, and we don't share it.
I knew you were a lefty. It's a tough little shot here.
Not for him. Oh, you were right, Jay. You were right.
Look at.
Oh boy, you know you do all the work. You do all the work after that beautiful kick in on the 5-ball.
You know what I always say, Kenny? The closer you get to winning in 9-ball, the closer you get to losing.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. By the way, maybe we'll get a chance to flip over to the other table as we've just done. The lady you're looking at playing right now is Annie Nelson. She's from Los Angeles, and this is the women's senior hot seat match. It's a race to 4. Her opponent is Delise Baker from Amarillo, Texas, who you can't see quite yet on the camera. So this is Annie right now. And as I said, this is the hot seat match in the women's senior division. Back over here on our feature table, it'll be Ricky Evans to break in rack number 2 with a 1-0 lead in a race to 5. And as you can obviously tell, it's 8-ball on the women's table and 9-ball here for the juniors.
Ricky got gifted that first game by Shane. Nice break. Look out.
Oh, boy.
Well, maybe he's going to hand it right back to him.
Yeah, that was the pool gods returning the favor. Isn't it amazing how that happens? It happens more often than not. A guy gifts you a game and you hand him the next one. Well, he hasn't really handed it to him yet. Shane still has to earn it.
Well, Shane looked real good last rack.
He sure did. Okay, draw right at the 8-ball here. That's better. Good. Okay, now a little bit, got to take a little care on the position.
I could just roll off the end rail straight. Oh, he's going around. Look out, look out.
Little short. Little bit short on that one. Safe behind the 7.
Wow.
Beautiful cue ball control. Nice shot, Shane.
That was an impressive safety there.
I guess if your name is Shane, you can do stuff like that. I might change my name.
It's too late, Ken. You're Ken for life.
Yeah.
You could change your name, but everybody would call you Ken.
Yeah.
There was one pool player, a very good pool player named Wade Crane, who used the name Billy Johnson as he traveled around the country for about 15 years. And then when we all found out his real name, we kept calling him Billy.
Uh-huh. Nice hit.
Well, I think Shane could cut this 4 in the side, but it's a pretty thin hit.
It sure is, and the cue ball is going to have to come 3 rails around back to the middle of the table, so don't overcook it. It's got to hurry up. It's got to hurry up. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Well, that might be short.
It is. Bank it and slide down.
He's trying to decide if he wants to bank it or cut it.
Well, I wouldn't cut it because it's going to be hard to get on the 7. It looks like it's a nice cross corner and drag the cue ball behind the 8.
That's what it looks like he's doing. Let's see. Well, he missed it on the professional side, as they say. If you hit high of the pocket, look where the ball goes. It goes to the end rail.
And he knew he had a 2-way shot. Look at the leave.
Ricky's going to have to either shoot a jump shot or kick. It's a big ball to hit.
I like the kick here. Yeah. He may get the jump shot, but no, he is looking at the kick. I think the kick gives you a better chance to A, make the ball, and B, get separation. Because the cue ball will be tracking down here to the foot end of the table if he can catch the 6 thin off the second rail. The only thing you really got to guard against here is that you hang the ball in the pocket.
You definitely want to hit the backside of the ball. You don't want to run it right into it.
Right.
I think he's lining up pretty good. He looks like he's close. He just hit it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, watch the cue ball, Jay.
Yeah, he's going to. Well, it ended up perfect position for Shane. Shane can just draw the cue ball straight up table for the 7. He's got to be a little careful position. He's got to get up above that 9 ball. You don't want to get hidden.
Nice. A little bit of inside there.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm not sure how many players were in this division, but these two are in the final 3. You'll get a kick out of Lazaro in the finals if we get a chance to show that match. He's like less than 5 feet tall, 8 years old. The cue is bigger than him, and he plays great. There we go. We're back on. Andy Nelson. Her daughter Lois is a league operator in Los Angeles.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh.
I didn't know that was Lois's mother until she came over and she said, "My mother's playing on the next table." I said, "What?" Yeah, she said she's in the senior women's final.
Oh.
Yeah, Lois Nelson is very active in the amateur pool scene in Los Angeles.
Well, Annie is about to shoot the 8 ball for the first game of the match in a race to 4 in the hot seat match. And we're back over here with 15-year-old Shane Wolford breaking in game number 3. I have to remind him, Jay, to flip his score bead here when he's done with his inning. If I don't, if you would.
Will do. Nice break. He made a soft break, but look at that. 2 balls down and a shot at the 1.
Yeah, he's got a nice natural cue ball to come back up towards the 9 ball here.
I mean, he could try to use inside right English and go on the far side of the 6 ball, or he can just hit it flat and go straight up table, and that's what he did.
Well, caught it a little bit heavy, but he didn't sell anything out. Shane, thank you. Flip 2 of them.
Ricky can see the 1. I don't think he can make it.
Well, I mean, it's cuttable, but whether he'd play it or not, I don't think so. I think he's too smart a player to not take the safety. You know what I like here, Jay? Back kick it, send it up here behind all this stuff, and leave your opponent long.
Hit the end rail with inside right English. Get as far behind the ball as you can.
He might cross it, too.
That's what he's doing.
Oh, he feathered it.
Did you see how thin he hit that ball?
Van Boning couldn't hit it that thin.
This kid, man, nothing like having those young eyes.
I'll tell you.
That was paper thin. And what a result.
Gee, very, very impressive there.
We call that a billiard hit.
Man.
I couldn't have done that. I know that.
Annie Nelson did get out in the first rack over there in the women's hot seat match, so she leads 1-0.
I think Shane will hit it. Yeah,
What's
it's a pretty big ball. He's okay. He's okay. It's all about where it is. Ooh, right on top of the 9. Right
yeah,
on
well,
top of the 9.
Neither ball's going anywhere here.
You don't think he's just going to ride the 9 like we used to do? That's what we call.
That's right. Ride the 9.
Flyer, we're going to ride the 9. They can luck it in. You don't have to call balls a 9-ball. But I don't think. I think these guys are a little bit more advanced than that. Ricky he represented the United States in the Atlantic Cup that they just had last month.
He's also, Jay, a former junior national champion.
Right. He won the juniors at the Super Billiard Expo 2 times as well. So he's got the track record.
That's about as good as he could do from the position those balls were in. It's really not that bad, even if Shane can see this.
If you can see the whole ball, he might go off the top side of it and send the cue ball all the way down table. I'm not sure, though. If he can't, he'll go off the bottom of the ball and bring the cue ball back towards the 2. There you go. Well done. I don't think Ricky can see this ball. He's going to have to kick off the end rail. He's looking to see.
Yeah.
Can he see the edge?
I don't think so. At least it doesn't appear that way.
Well, he's looking at it.
I mean, he could masse it a little bit and hit it, but it's not going to move very far, and you risk going in the side pocket.
He's shooting at it, so he can see the edge of the ball.
Yeah, evidently.
2 rails. Wow, how'd that ball stay out?
Yeah, how did that stay out?
That ball hit 3 points.
Well, normally you would go 3 reels here, but the 8 ball is about the size of a watermelon. So you got to be careful if you do that. He could just bounce off. But he got around the 8 very nicely.
He's going to come out real
perfect speed. Yeah. And a nice little angle here to punch forward on the long rail for the 5. I think he's got a little angle. But you can't cheat too much here. Good shot.
Yes, you got to stretch a little bit for a lefty, but he's a big boy. Yeah, he can reach it with no trouble. "15 years old, and he's as big as you and me put together."
Oh, he's bigger than both of us, Jay.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to mess with him.
I wouldn't want to play pool against him.
Right.
That name Wolford is a pool. I've seen that name.
Yeah. Are you thinking of Rolfson?
No, I've seen that name in pool. I'll go ask his father later.
Okay.
I think they've got another son that's older. I think it's Tommy Wolford.
Okay.
They're from Virginia, I know that.
Yeah, Roanoke.
Yeah.
Just make it and stay right there, Shane. You don't have to get real fancy here.
No, he's coming across table.
Oh, okay. He didn't need to worry about side pocket, so that's perfect.
That's ball in hand position
you
right
bet
there.
It is.
This will be a second game on the wire for Shane. He's taking a 2-1 lead, and it's a race to 5. That's a quick match.
And Shane won the lag, so he will have the break in the all-important case game should it go that far. We're back over to the women's senior hot seat. This is Delise Baker shooting from Amarillo, Texas. And she has got 1 stripe left and then the 8 ball. Let's see how she elects to get to the 8. A good stroke here to just... Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Thank you. There is another stripe on the table to the left of the 6. I didn't see it. It's the 14. I think playing the 10 is the better choice. I don't think you can get good on the 10 if you play the 14. But we're back here with Ricky Evans to break. Another nice break with beautiful cue ball control, but no reward.
That's the one hidden behind the 5 ball. This is a push-out situation. Let's see what Ricky can come up with here.
I think he's kicking at it. And I like this because the cue ball could be right behind the 5 if he kicks it out of there. Nope.
Well, he gave up a nice easy shot on the side pocket for Shane. I'm not so sure that was the best choice, but...
Well, it might have been an okay choice. I didn't like the speed he hit it with. You know, these young kids have impressed us so much, Jay. We tend to take for granted that they're teenagers, and we think they know all the shots. They know most of them.
I think the strategy is kind of the last thing you learn in pool.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn ball pocketing and position play and how to cue the ball and tangent line stuff. But all of the strategy, it's hard for someone to teach you that because what strategy works for you may be different for me.
I think you learn a lot by observation. If you watch good players play and you see what they do, it's very helpful. Well, Shane's got them all out in the open.
This is this is really the key right here. Just right where it is now would be perfect.
Got to kind of kill the cue ball. Yeah, I like that. Not badly done.
I'll
nice
tell you,
stroke.
If you made a mark on the table where that cue ball was, he's on top of it. That was precision. Do the same thing here. Bring it back out to the middle.
I used to watch Lassiter practice, and you know what he did, Ken? He would take a piece of chalk and make a little mark on the table where he wanted his position to be. And I'll tell you what, he was always within a dime. Mm-hmm. If he was an inch away from that mark, he'd be upset. He'd make a face. That's in practice.
Yeah. I guess that was the first version of target pool.
Lassiter had some unique methods.
Well, when I was coming up, too, one of my early teachers had me put the little white reinforcements, you know, the round little white things on the table to shoot for different positions.
Did you work with Hal Mix at all?
No, I didn't work with Hal Mix, actually. I only had one instructor in my life, and it was after I was in my 30s, actually, when I finally moved to California, and his name was Ted Brown. Remember Ted Brown?
I know Ted Brown.
The Master, they used to call him. And
very knowledgeable man.
Yeah. I'll tell you, after this rack, just here, of all people, Ken Schuman's going to tell a story.
Ken, it's okay.
Okay.
Shane Wolford is 3-1 ahead, racing to 5.
Well, Ted was actually the first guy that ever taught me the tangent line. And even though, like I said, I was in my 30s, no one ever really just actually explained that to me as far as physics. He also wrote a book about it called The Wagon Wheel System.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes.
But the only part of the story I want to mention now is in the back inside cover of the book, you know, it kind of talked a little bit about Ted and everything, and it said at one point in his life when he was a better player than he was when I met him, they say he made 171 consecutive spot shots.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I was impressed, too. My jaw dropped when I read that.
That's
171 consecutive spot shots on a 9-foot table to teach himself a repetitive stroke. All right, back to the match. Shane up 3-1 and breaking.
This break's going to be okay. The one ball got a little tough right there and kind of in the middle of the table, a diamond away from the end rail. It's cuttable, but I don't think he's going to shoot it. He's a pretty smart player. I think we're going to see a safety.
Behind the 8 or the 5. I think the 5's behind the 5.
Yeah, he's going 5 ball.
Little overhit it, just a little bit.
Just a hair.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Wow, if Ricky can see the whole ball, he can make that one. Yeah, he can see it. He's in a situation now where he needs to run out this rack.
Oh, for sure. He can't drop another game right here, or Shane's on the hill. If you hit the 9, it's okay. There's no real need to because the 3 goes, but it looked pretty close.
Just draw up to the right for the 3 ball, and he should be good. I'm surprised he hasn't removed that magic
I think
triangle.
that's coming next, or he's going to ask me to remove it for him if it won't come off.
There you go. He's looking this way. Go get him, Ken. Nice stroke. It's nice to be close to your work. Well, he went a little bit farther than he wanted, but he should be okay. Back and forth across the table for the 8. Ricky doesn't waste any time.
Big bounce, big bounce, big bounce, bigger.
Well, he got there, but I spin this with right English.
Oh, he will too. But you got to be careful you don't go too far.
Like that?
Yeah, just about 3 inches too far. Take your time. Stay down. Nice shot. Nice shot.
He really picked up the pace that rack, Kenny. He kind of raced through those last 5 balls. Maybe he thinks he'll catch up faster.
Yeah. Okay,
oh,
back.
Go
ahead. No, I was just going to say we're back over to the.
Well, I was going to tell a quick anecdote, and I'll tell you why I was going to tell, because there's a lot of people that have had differing opinions. Let's say I'm playing on the 7-foot tables. Ricky's running off to get a drink of water, I think. Anyway, so, and I had mentioned Lassiter before. A lot of people don't know the table Lassiter practiced at home. It was actually in his brother's house. It was an 8-foot table, not a 9-foot table. Yeah. Even though tournaments were on 9-foot tables, he practiced on an 8-foot table. I don't know the brand name or anything like that, but somebody asked him in an interview about 30 years ago that I was watching. I was there when he was being interviewed. Why do you practice on an 8-foot table? And Luther Lassiter's answer was, that's how I get my cue ball. Meaning, on a tighter table, the cue ball positioning is
more difficult.
More severe, more difficult. And he knew that if he could control his cue ball, he would play well. So, and as we'll see here, particularly the next 3 days when these pros play 8-ball, cue ball position is everything on these small tables.
You know, there's a lot of logic to that, Jay. The Lassiter on the 8-footer. It makes a lot of sense to me.
It was,
but of course, you know, back in the I guess in the 50s, you know, Lassiter's heyday and all of that, the majority of tables were 8-foot.
They were the oversized 8-foot.
Oversized 8s.
That's what I grew up playing.
Right.
I was in the Midwest, and all the tables were that size.
They're oversized 8s. That's the size of a table Moscone ran the 526 on.
I think so. Yeah, they were all over the Midwest.
Yep.
Good tables.
Jerry Forsyth has one in his house. So when I visited him last year, I saw that table. I said, "What happened to your table, Jerry? Did it shrink?" He said, "No, it's an oversized 8. I hadn't seen one in like 30 years."
There was actually 2 different sized 8-foot tables. The oversized 8 was wider by 2 inches and longer by 4 inches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slightly bigger. Ooh, here comes some trophies. I wonder if we'll get one, Ken. Do you think there'll be a trophy for you and me? No way. No way.
Jay, the Commentator's Cup.
The Commentator's Cup. Yeah, but you know where you wear that one.
That was funny.
Oh, God. Up here, Bill. Let me hold a trophy. Bill Stock has brought the...
I think so, yeah.
Right. Bill Stock, the tournament official, has got the trophies. Nice-looking trophies. They're beauties.
Yeah.
Beauties.
Yeah, top 3 get trophies, so...
The loser of this match will
get the third place. Meanwhile, you're looking at Annie Nelson over there on the women's hot seat senior division match, and she's obviously got a dilemma here.
She's going to try and bank this ball.
Well, she has called it down by her immediate left. She needs a helpful bounce there and a kick. No, well, it looks like Delise Baker is going to have an opportunity to tie that match up at 1-1, and here is Delise, all the way from Amarillo, Texas, in the Panhandle. Okay, it's 1-1 over there in the women, and they are racing to 4. Ricky Evans is racking, losing 3-2 in a race to 5 against Shane Wolford for the right to go to the finals.
And play Lazaro Martinez.
The third.
Yeah, 8 years old. But this
you said he was less than 5 feet tall. I don't think he's even 4 feet tall.
All I know is his cue's taller than him.
I think he's about the size of a jump cue.
That's funny. Oh, boy. Hey, he can handle that cue all right, though.
Did you see how fast they went around the table? You know, these juniors have impressed me so much with their cue ball control off the break. It's not flying around. It's been squatted in the middle of the table almost every time.
Hey, listen. Anybody'd like to have this break
shot. You bet. Just going to have to wind up with a little 6-8 tap in the corner here. Now let's see if he takes the care to get an angle on the 4 to get kind of close to the 6 ball. You want to come back here a little bit. There you go.
He's okay.
Now, do you like 3 rails? I do.
Looks like he's just going to hold it with a little left English. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
And that's all right because the combination is pretty well hard to miss from here.
You got to take care with the 6 ball.
It's going to replace the 8. It's
no.
You were right because you know why? Because he cut it just a little bit. Don't back cut this. No.
Yeah, you're right. You got to go the other way. Wow, what an eye!
It's going to make the 9.
It doesn't. Oh my
game time.
God. Oh my God! And even had position on the 7 ball.
Well, you know what? You make a good shot, good things happen. And he did make a hell of a shot on that 6 ball. Like you said, Jay, that's a young guy's. I wouldn't even been able to see that the ball had an edge. But while Shane Wolford's racking him up, I also want to let you all know that this young man, all 15 years old of him, is a 3-time Super Billiards Expo champion within his division, of course. And he's also a 3-time Commonwealth Games 9-ball champion. Pretty nice resume for age 15.
You know what? That's where I've seen his name.
At the Expo?
He's been just in all the billiard publications, they've had his name and picture for all these events that he's won. He's the one that's won all those titles.
Uh-huh.
So he's a famous player already. Can he get past Ricky Evans?
Well, he's got control of the match. He's breaking in the odd number games. Cue ball. Watch out, 2 ball. I think he can get to the 1.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
All right, after he moves, let's see if the 3 has both pockets or not. Looks like it does.
Yeah, that's what he just looked at. Got to hit the one, just to hit it slow, center ball.
Would you play for the 2 in the side or in the corner?
Probably in the corner.
Yeah, I think the 1 ball plays better playing for the 2 in the corner like that.
That's what he's doing. He's got perfect position here.
I almost wish these guys were like racing to 11. It's so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, a race to 5 seems short for players this good. Like a race to 7 wouldn't be bad.
Not all of them in this division are this good, or they would be here. Okay, now 2 reels around the 7. Don't underhit it like you did the last time. That's too is that
he's
hard
gonna
enough?
No, he's going to get there.
Okay.
Just roll the ball across table for the 6.
Yeah, again, about where the cue ball is now. Maybe not quite that far. Because you want to play the 7 here in the lower right. And he's got the perfect angle to come across.
Little draw stroke here. That's it. He hit it a little bit hard again, I think. Yeah, he went a little. He's okay, but not good. I mean, this is just fair. He went about a foot farther than he wanted.
Yeah, and you know, you really don't want to slow roll a ball like this. So you got to watch the cross-side scratch.
Perfect shot. Boy, he hit that ball right in the center of the pocket.
He sure did.
I think he just rolled forward for the 9.
Stun. He'll stun it and play the 9 in the same pocket. I think he's got enough angle to do that.
Yeah, that's what he just. Yeah, see, that's what he's looking at. Got to be careful you don't overcut this ball, because there can be a tendency to do that. Oh, he hit it good. He hit it good.
Really nice. Just half a tip above center. That's a real delicate stroke.
This 9 ball will put him on the hill.
And there he goes.
That's Shane Wolford. There we go. We got it right now. Very impressive commercial for Viking Cues. They're very well done, put together.
It's fascinating to see the construction when they have that type of a graphic, you know, and you can see it's more than just turning a piece of wood on a lathe and coring it and putting a sleeve and a collar on it.
Did you notice that Viking started in 1965, 50 years ago?
Yes.
Do you know? I'm going to date myself. I know Gordon and Nancy Hart from the beginning, from the 60s. I met Gordon the first time at Johnson City, like 67, 68. Let's see. Can Ricky come back and win this game? He got a little funny here on the 2. He's got a good safety.
Yeah, I like to stick safe.
Yeah, but he likes to.
Well,
shoot.
I know he does, and the bank looks pretty dead on.
It looks juicy.
You'd have to follow it with left to get to the 3. I like to safe. I think he's too smart to not play safe.
Yeah, he's playing safe. And a good safe it is.
Right. But you know what? Again, and he'll learn this as he gets older. You need to freeze the cue ball to the 7 there on that safe, and you can do it. Just have to hit a little firmer, a little bit more English, and he'll learn that by doing that, he'll start to be able to minimize the opponent's options.
Meanwhile, Shane Wolford is bringing out a jump cue. They're learning young, Ken. They're learning young.
Well, if you don't learn how to jump, you cannot compete with the modern day players. It's too powerful of a tool to not have in your bag. The only care here is possible scratch in the left side. Got to be careful.
Oh, he flirted with the pocket. I'm not sure that Ricky can see this ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I think he can hit it. Whether he can make it or not, I don't know if we'll know until he gets down on it. I don't know if John can get over there for a shot for us. But we'll know momentarily. And of course, Ricky's in a big hole here, being down a game and his opponent's on the hill.
Well, we saw it for a second. It
looked close.
Like he can hit it. Boy, it does look close.
I don't think he can make it, Jay. I think an eighth of the 6 ball has him. He'd have to spin it a little bit with right or jump over the corner of the ball. I think the jump is better.
Look at this. He's getting his jump cue out. Man, these guys got all the weapons. I see the little Martinez boy. He's scouting out his opposition.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a shot. He deserved a better fate than that, but that was a hell of a shot. Now, does he have the discipline here to play safe? I mean, if he banks this, he's basically saying, I'm putting the whole match on this shot. Does he have the discipline to go behind the 5? I think he does. And I'm very, very impressed with that ability to make that choice. You got to have a little seasoning in you to do that.
That's a couple pretty good safeties he's played this rack.
Yeah. This is the old bisect the angle method here.
Yeah. Well, he'll probably hit the ball. Boy, he hit it right in the face.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. If he hit it on either side, he might have got away with it. But by hitting it like that and double kissing, he's given Ricky an opportunity to force a hill game here. After this rack, I want to see if JB can turn his camera 90 degrees to the left and get a shot of the young Lazaro. He's right on the end of the rail, and sitting next to him is young April Larson. I'd like to get a shot of her too, assuming Ricky can get through.
Look out. He's in trouble.
There. Jay, it's dead in the corner, but I don't think, yeah, it's dead, but I don't know if he's frozen on it or not.
I don't think it's dead. I think he's got to cut it a little bit.
I'm sitting right behind it. It's not much of a cut.
You got to be careful because wow, look at this shot. What's going to happen here?
I told you it was dead.
It's dead now, that's for sure.
Yeah. JB, any chance you can get a shot of the end rail right here?
That's the brother.
Yeah, that's not Lazaro. That's the brother, I think.
He's the scout.
Oh, okay. But if we can get JB's camera for a second, I want everybody to see April Larson. She's one of my favorite young junior players there, and I got a chance to meet her last year, and she just recently played in the ACC Challenge too. And yeah, that's you, April. We did that. Thank you, John. Great job.
April finished 7th and 8th in the Women's Masters.
Yeah. All right, here it is. The penultimate game.
Penultimate? It's the final game. This is the ultimate game.
I said the penultimate game.
What does that mean?
It means it's the Most important.
Oh, okay. I thought penultimate was the game before the last game. Okay. I learned something new. I'm going to write that down. I think you got to play safe here. Go off the right side.
Slide it into the 6 and come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he's going.
Don't scratch and you're fine.
He's all right.
He's doubled fine.
Yeah, this is a good safety here. The 3 and 4 are tied up.
It's the 2.
Oh, the 2 and 3. Okay.
I think the 2 might be makeable where he's standing, but the first order of business is hit the 1, and you know he's actually got to hit right around where the side pocket is if he goes to the left of the 8. If he goes the other way, the ball is much smaller, although there's a path, but the ball is much smaller and you risk scratching off the 1. So I do like going right around the side pocket, just before the point of the side here.
He's going to hit it here.
Well, he got a little help from the pocket. It slowed the cue ball down. Shane's checking out to see if the deuce goes. It sure looks like it does.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like it will go.
But he's going to have to snatch this 2 rails out of the left corner. That was really nice. You know, don't hook him. He hit it too good. Don't hook him. What I liked about that, Jay, is how smooth he hit that ball. He didn't overpower it. He just let his stroke do the work.
Ken, he can see it.
Oh, yeah. And
Just
he can draw back. I don't think he's even got to hit the 3.
No, he might touch the 3.
Yeah, I guess he did have to. You know, it's a shame that he didn't get a better outcome. Oh, nice shot.
He's keeping Ricky locked up the last couple of games.
Well, I think that's the only way you're going to beat this kid, but that's also why Shane, as you said, has amassed all those titles.
This is it, folks, the case game. Or penultimate game.
Jay, why do they call it case game? Are you aware of the origin of that? I'm not.
I don't know. They use the gambler's terminology. They use the word case with the last of anything. It's my
case ace and poker and all of that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Case means last.
Maybe it's because it comes from. If it were the last of anything, you close the case.
Case closed.
Yeah, case closed.
I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
I made that up. But it might be right. I may be right. It may be a good guess.
We're going to attribute that to you, whether you deserve it or not.
It just makes sense to me. Now look at this. He's got to find a way to come all the way up table for the 5 ball.
He's not getting up table from here. He's got to go rail first in order to get up here.
He's trying to.
Yeah, you risk missing the ball slamming it like this. Yeah, that was almost impossible.
Let's see if he can make this ball. Here's a real blood test right here. This is a high-level cut shot if he shoots it. If it's on the rail, it's definitely makeable. I can't really tell from here if it's right.
Yeah, but he's going to need to put a little bit of right English on it, Jay. And it looks like he's going pretty much right at the 8 ball with the cue ball, which isn't bad.
No, he hit the ball first.
Yeah, he hit it way fat. And now he's left the 5 in an area where Ricky might be able to avoid the 9 coming across. At best, maybe get somewhere in the vicinity of the 8 ball. I don't think he can get with the other side of the 9 without loading it up big time with left English.
That's what he really needs to do if he wants to play good position.
Well, if he can come between the 8 and the 9 and get to the rail, that's not that difficult of a cut on the 6 from about the middle diamond.
He's trying to go inside English, just like that.
Oh,
he
man.
did it. He did it. Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Boy.
He needed to stop a few inches sooner.
Yeah, that was a pretty sporty stroke he put on that ball, too, from there to play that with inside like that. 2 rails and stick it. Don't hit the 7.
Well, he double kissed the ball, but it worked out pretty good for him.
Yeah, he got him. Walk around, Shane. Take a look. Walk around the table, please. Come up here and take a look. So, yeah, that's a case where you can't just play to hit the ball. You've got to have a plan.
So you trying to cut this ball in?
Oh,
I think
of course.
So.
Oh, sure.
Boy, no problem. No problem. This position should work, and it does. Across the table for the 8. He's looking good right now. 2 balls to go. A berth in the finals. Ricky doesn't waste any time, does he?
Congratulations to Ricky. He will go to the finals. And congratulations to Shane on his 3rd place finish. Not sure what we got for you next, folks. As soon as we know, we'll tell you. You've been watching the 39th BCAPL League National 8-Ball Championships live from the Rio, presented to you by Viking. We'll be back.